The Overwatch 2 team released a 30-minute plus presentation with teasers and explanations for when the game's free-to-play early access begins on October 4th of this year. It's honestly quite lengthy, so I've watched the entire thing so you don't have to, and I'll summarize all the important points. First thing on the list is the Overwatch 2 Beta Wave 2 beginning on June 28. Unlike the first beta, which was PC only, this second beta will include Xbox and PlayStation, not Nintendo Switch players, sorry guys, and of course PC players once again. However, it is important to note that PC players from the first beta will not automatically roll into the second beta. Therefore, there are two ways to get into beta 2. Number 1. Opt in through the Play Overwatch website, which begins today, June 16, and ends July 5th at 11:59 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. If you opt in, you will be granted access, but they're doing it in waves through July 14. Hopefully you get lucky and get it in on day 1, but on the same vein, you may get unlucky and only get access like a few weeks in. The second way is to purchase the Watchpoint pack, because obviously Overwatch 2 is looking to make some money now that they're on the free-to-play model. It's totally optional if you do, but this pack will run you $39.99 US, but will immediately grant you access to Beta 2, give you 2,000 virtual currency, the Overwatch 2 Premium Battle Pass for Season 1 later this year, 2 legendary skins, 1 player icon, and the Overwatch 1 Legendary Edition of the game, which contains these vintage skins. Additionally, anybody who owns Overwatch 1 will automatically receive a Founders Pack to earn 2 limited time skins, the General Doomfist and Jester Sombra, and exclusive player icons. If you're watching this and don't own Overwatch 1, you need to own the game before June 23rd, 2022, which is about 1 week away from this upload to receive this Founders Pack. This is sort of like a thank you for buying the first game, as you can't buy this pack outright. Okay, so that's how you get Beta 2, but what's actually coming in terms of content? Well, for the Beta 2, we're gonna have everything from Beta 1, but with 2 additions. First, the new map, Rio de Janeiro, which is a hybrid map, and 2, Junkerqueen is gonna be available and has a sick animated short you should totally watch after this video. Gameplay-wise, Junkerqueen is a tank hero. She has 425 health, she uses a shotgun as her primary fire. Her passive ability has a wound effect, which deals damage over time and also leeches HP back. She carries a knife called Gracie, in which if you use your default melee button, it will apply the wound passive effect. Her secondary fire is called Jagged Edge, which allows her to throw Gracie and deals tons of damage if you can directly hit them. You can also recall it, which will pull an enemy towards you slightly, sort of, but not really, like a Roadhog hook. They didn't mention her next ability, which looks like this icon, but if I had to guess, it's probably some Warcry buff that gives her some overhealth, as you can see on the bottom left. Next, she has an ability called Carnage, which is a large axe swing that deals roughly 100 damage plus the bonus wound damage. Her ultimate is called Rampage, where she winds up and dashes in a straight line. Any enemies she collides with take a ton of damage and have the wound passive effect applied, and applies the anti-healing effect. Junkerqueen is the first hero since Ana to have an anti-healing effect, which I'm excited for. Okay, so after this Beta 2 ends, what's next? Well, we have the free-to-play live service game coming again October 4, 2022. The business model has changed, and they need to monetize differently. They're getting rid of loot boxes and replacing it with the Battle Pass, available for purchase each season, which includes weekly challenges to help progress it quicker. This allows you to earn both familiar and unique cosmetic rewards such as emotes, victory stances, highlight intros, and the new charms and banners, to name a few. The section on PvP Reimagined contains the following tidbits of information: 5v5 instead of 6v6, new map textures and variations like day versus night. They're also reworking on the scoreboard based on the feedback from Beta 1. They also have an after action report, which is essentially post-game stats that will also save into a history or recent games list you can view while in queue. For Competitive 2.0, they are trying a new approach of their current SR or skill rating system. So instead of like a hard number like 2650 SR or like Platinum, they're adding skill tiers similar to other FPS games like Plat 1, Plat 2, Plat 3. The big thing here is the 9-week seasonal model with a content roadmap every season. They will be adding a new hero every other season, which means every 18 weeks or 3.5 months, along with cross progression and PvE later in 2023, loaded with the live service game. On the topic of roadmaps, here's what they laid out for Season 1, which begins on October 4th, Season 2 on December 6th, and 2023 and beyond for future seasons. Season 1 will see 3 new heroes, that's Sojourn, Junkerqueen, and according to Paul,
and a brand new support hero that we'll reveal in the months ahead.
If I had to guess, it's the Fox Girl hero that was teased in the trailer, who seems to grant allies speed boost if they run along this pathway with the Tori gates based on their green highlighted feet, which is something we only see with Lucio's speed aura right now. They have 6 new maps and a new game mode, which is the push mode, which we've already seen, implying that these 6 new maps are Colosseo, New Queen Street, Circuit Royale, Midtown, Rio, and Portugal. In Season 2 on December 6th, they will release a new unannounced tank hero, a new unannounced map, more skins, a new battle pass, and their first mythic skin, which is a tier above legendary skin because you'll be able to change and customize it like this Genji one they teased, which looks absolutely sick as fuck. Season 3 and beyond, same as before, new heroes, maps, modes, skins, but the biggest one of all is PvE will begin. The point of PvE is to expand and progress the storylines of how Overwatch gets back together, for example, and unique backstories like Torbjorn and exploring his factory in Gothenburg, Sweden. More details to come next year, but until then, this was all they told us. That's a basic summary of everything. My name is KarQ, and subscribe if you haven't already, because I will be uploading non-stop with tips, tricks, and news throughout the life of Overwatch 2.